Hey, how's it going, Steemit? This is Luke Stokes. It's Thursday, September 22nd, and I know it's been like 3 weeks since I've done one of these, and I said I was going to do them more often, but I have a good excuse. I actually was out on a road trip with my family for about a week and a half. We went out to my cousin's wedding and then went to Rest Fest as a conference I've been going to the last 5 years, and it was really great. Also, you notice I'm not wearing the little these guys anymore. I bought myself one of these bad boys. So I was looking at a bunch of different ones out there. This one wasn't too bad. It was about $70. Also got myself a little pop filter. So I don't know if you can see it here, but oh yeah. So I'm feeling all official here. And so I'm doing this for you. I hope you appreciate it. No, I'm excited about it. I've wanted to do kind of stuff like this more often. So I've got a cool little setup now, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to do a video because, like I said, it's been a while. I hope to do these more often. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my trip, actually. The road trip was amazing. I got a couple posts on that already, and thank you also for upvoting those and engaging with me on those. I actually noticed this morning I'm up to 600 followers, which is awesome. So thank you very much. That's very humbling and very cool. And also wanted to thank you for the retweets or the re-steams. I did a talk this past weekend at RestFest, and when I posted it, because it was in the Steemit category, and there's kind of a thing now. I don't want to really vote up too much Steemit stuff because of circle something or other. And so I didn't think it was going to do well. And I was like, oh, well. But I was kind of proud of it, And then I saw people like Andrarchy and Jesta started re-steaming it, and it just shot up, and it actually trended. And it was like number 10 on the homepage. So I was really stoked about that. So thank you very much for the re-steams. I know more than just a lot of people re-steamed it. So thank you. That was cool. And it got me thinking, too, about an upcoming conference here in Nashville, conference called Bar Camp. So I just did a post on that. If you want to check it out, I'll link to it below. And I was at the speaker up on Tuesday talking about helping out speakers and what to expect from an unconference like Bar Camp. And so I'm going to do another talk on Steemit there, hopefully. So check that out. If you're in the Nashville area, definitely give it a vote, a favorite, so that more people know it's going to be a good talk. Also wanted to talk a little bit about Steemit itself. Like, I had an interaction yesterday with Ricardo, the Crypto Drive, on chat, and I had to apologize to him. And it got me thinking: Are we being too serious on Steemit? Like, are we still having fun? Are we still innovating? Are we still willing to take risks, even if people don't fully understand us? He launched a really interesting concept of sports betting, I guess you could say, but really just through the voting process. And immediately, I've seen other attempts at a kind of voting, betting type system on Steemit, and it's been flagged. It's been like, hey, we don't buy votes here. Don't do that. And so I immediately responded that same way. I was like, man, this is just vote buying. That we don't do this here. The network doesn't like this. And so we had this exchange, and he was a little discouraged. He put a lot of work into it. And, I didn't read the post clearly enough. And then when I saw the example of it actually played out with the Bears versus the Cowboys, I realized, like, oh, okay, I think I see what you're saying. And I'm still a little bit not sure about it because, like, 50% of the SP goes right to that account. So that's kind of like a 50% rake almost, for the house gets to take. But, again, it's like, are we going to allow for innovation? If people enjoy it, there's no force involved. Anybody can vote for anything they want or not vote. So maybe we just need to chill out a little. That's a thought I had. And with that, I also was thinking about how do we balance that with the really valuable activity of shaming harmful actors on the network? How do we let people know, hey, this is not okay. This is unacceptable here, and you need to stop. Sock puppets. So, there's stuff like that we're not okay with. We would like to know that when we're reading a story about someone's life, it's actually about them, and it really is their life. If they want to do fiction, great. Just tell us it's fiction. I love fiction. I have no problem with pen names. If you want to be somebody else, that's fine too, but just no fraud. That's what it comes down to. Don't write for 3 different accounts pretending to be real people. And then, telling these great stories, and then people going, wait, you kind of deceived me. And I was upvoting some emotional thing that I thought actually happened. So that kind of stuff bothers me. You want to write fiction? Awesome. But so there are things that I think people are saying, hey, that's not cool. And yet we got to stay fun, right? We got to be positive. We don't want to be this place of negativity where people just don't follow the rules quite right. And rules, yeah, are there rules? No. So much of it is unspoken. It's being dynamically determined by the community. So when somebody does something and get their wrist slapped, is that a fun environment? Is that going to push people away? Are we being too strict? But at the same time, we need to protect and defend what we value. So how do we celebrate the non-coercive nature of Steemit while at the same time defending it with strength? And that I'm not so sure about, because I see some attempts which get flagged as witch hunts, and I see other attempts which are just, hey, I'm just presenting the data, making no judgments at all. I don't know. I think for me, it comes back to just, I can't speak for anybody else. I can speak for myself. And I know yesterday I didn't do it well. And I apologized to Ricardo because I think what he's doing is really cool. And I'm not really interested in sports betting, but I know there's a lot of people that are. And this might be a really fun thing for them to do. It's kind of the same thing with the Steam Lotto. I got asked to check that out early on before it was released. And I'm like, cool, but not really a fan of lotteries. I just, this is tax on those who are bad at math, that kind of thing. But anyway, I have my personal opinions, and all I can do is control how I respond to other people. And I don't want to make judgments about their opinions and about their motives. That's a big one in nonviolent communication. I'm not going to say, you're trying to do whatever. Well, I don't know. I could say, hey, I have a need that's not being met when you do that thing. I have a perception that's out of whack with my expectations maybe that I've created, that kind of stuff. So anyway, just throwing it out there as far as how can we be a strong community that defends what we care about, while also not using violent language and actually not assuming to know the motives of others. And again, sometimes you got to shame people. Sometimes we got to call some bad actors out and be like, this is not okay. And you will be flagged and your reputation will go down. And sometimes those are influential people. Sometimes they're witnesses. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out in the future. So anyway, thanks again for listening and following. I really appreciate it. I've had some really fun conversations. Oh, and I wear this shirt a lot and I get a lot of questions about it. I wanted to explain this. This is actually, here it is, Foxy Cart t-shirt. We've had these for years. It started as our 404 page on our website because every tech company needs to have a cool 404 page. And then we did stickers and then we turned them into t-shirts. But eventually, I hope to have an print on demand deal. Yeah, so you could buy these. And it would be obviously pretty cool to be able to do that with Steam Bag Dollars. So keep an eye out for that. I don't know when it'll happen, but at some point it will, because I get a lot of people that love the t-shirt. I mean, just random people are like, oh, where can I get that? That's so cool. Who doesn't want a unicorn pooping rainbows and Lucky Charms? Anyway, hope you're having a great week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.